Our Democratic Party cannot be this out of touch. I mean, you don't have to have some masterful plan or some extraordinary leader to at least have the basics down of what we should be doing right now when we're going through this. To watch a bunch of Democrats create a compilation of dancing videos where they're all dancing with each other. All the ones who held up paddles at the State of the Union, and I'm including Jasmine, she was in there too. You can't honestly think that that's even remotely appropriate right now when we are watching authoritarianism take hold, like spreading worse than the COVID virus. It's everywhere. We're watching all of our tax dollars get sucked up by the wealthy in the biggest mass wealth transfer. We're watching our rights being stripped away. We're watching criminals in the White House ignoring court orders. And your response is to make dancing videos. Who in America is going to be inspired?
To answer your question, I am. Now, real progressive, I'm an independent. I'm not even a Democrat. And I have plenty to go around with my criticism of the Democrat Party. But what I'm not going to do is I'm not going to sit back and allow you or anybody else chastise Jasmine Crockett, who probably has been one of the most refreshing voices in the Democrat Party. Also, instead of us talking about what we don't need or what we don't need to see in the Democrat Party and the dancing videos, why don't we talk and spend more energy about the 10 Democrats who voted against Al Green, who was actually standing up in front of Donald Trump, which very few are willing to do, to tell him, we will not stand for what you stand for. Now, your take on what's appropriate when we're dealing with Donald Trump and the Republicans and Elon Musk is almost gaslighting, but I'm going to offer you up some perspective right now. In case you haven't been paying attention, black people are under attack. Our rights are being rolled back. Our civil rights, going back to Jim Crow, are being rolled back. Every reputable black person in position of any authority is being discredited as a DEI hire as if they're not qualified, whether they're a pilot or a 4-star general. Our existence is being erased in schools. They're not teaching the truth about us. They're not even allowing teachers to teach the truth about American history and the hardships of black people. They're gutting public education. They're doing away with Pell Grants. They're hurting HBCUs and black people's admittance into universities, any higher learning, which is going to further marginalize our community down the road. They're doing everything they can to bait us into the streets, like even floating the possibilities of pardoning Derek Chauvin to trigger us. So every single day, black people within our own selves are working on coping mechanisms to talk us down, to keep this powdered keg from blowing, because we know they want us in those streets. That's what they've been waiting for. Your energy and your platform should be used to talk about why, when we had a Democrat president, why, when we had the majority in Congress, did we have the Senecas and the mansions undermining the Democrats from doing things that they needed to do at that time to pass policies and protections at that time to prevent us from being at the place we are right now. Black people are coping, strategizing, and preparing ourselves for the worst because we knew this was coming. We were the one most unified voice telling America this was coming. Now, I didn't scroll through all of your content, but I don't see enough about white women and how they voted and how they allowed us to get here. You're up here talking about Democrats and dancing in videos, and this is not the voice we want from the Democrat Party to get people motivated. Kamala Harris couldn't have been a more sounding, more voice of reason, of truth, of unity, of competence, of leadership. And white women betrayed her at the voting polls. White people collectively voted for Donald Trump. Jasmine Crockett and black women were really the only demographic that demonstrated they were voting against misogyny, against racism, against bigotry, against authoritarianism that you're speaking on. You should be trying to figure out what it is that black women are doing right that's getting them to vote correctly in the polls, at the voting booths. That would be, if everybody else voted like black women, we wouldn't be in this situation today. So if black women are dancing, then I suggest you reach out to them and figure out how to Cupid shuffle, cha-cha slide, or have Jasmine Crockett teach you how to Dougie.
Second bad, but somebody gotta do it. Got my foot up on the gas, but somebody gotta do it.